What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and we're back at it, guys. We're back in business. As usual, glad to be back. Hopefully you guys had an amazing week, and hopefully you're gonna have a brilliant weekend. Summon that Duchess, summon that Yumeko. If you're going for the fusion, you're gonna open shards anyway, so I feel like having fusions and good 10 axes at the same time makes the whole situation better. You gotta open shards regardless, so you might get lucky, you might not. Today, I want to talk about the free-to-play fusion plan, kind of like to give you guys a couple of tips. And damn, a lot of things happened since I went away on vacation. Hell, Hades got banned from the test server, which came in like a massive wow. Why, you know? Then we have the Altar of Souls, the update is here, the new dungeon is here. And of course, we have these new disgusting packs, which if you're gonna purchase any of these, I'm gonna hunt you down. End of story. They're super overpriced. They're valuing them over the prices of ancient shards, near the prices of void shards, and probably the biggest stones are going to be 2-3 times the price of a sacred shard. And they don't even give you champions. You just have the RNG of getting 1, 2, 3 stars in them. Is really, really disappointing knowing that, you know. So they kind of like brought RNG into the RNG into more RNG. So it's a gacha game in a gacha game in a gacha game. Okay, that's kind of like how it works with these systems. And just seeing them up for sale like this is really, really disappointing, because we're going to have 10-20 Krakens purchasing these packs, getting a massive advantage over the rest. This on its own is not that bad. Empowerment on its own is not that bad. Combining empowerment and this together is wow, okay? Just think about it like that. So, one thing to mention, guys, today, 2 p.m. UTC, 3 p.m. GMT, we're going to be live on Twitch TV. The link will be in the description down below. We're going to go over all the blessings. We're going to go over everything that kind of changed. We're going to test different blessings. We're going to have a look at the Fusion Champion. We're going to do Hydra probably with the Fusion Champion. We're going to see what exactly we can get. Another thing mentioning about Hydra is that they actually changed the reward. So they are giving us the Mortal Stones, which are the weakest version of all. Even in Nightmare Hydra, we're getting the weakest sauce, okay? Weak sauce, that's what we're getting. We're not even getting the medium stone or whatever. And they haven't added it as no price, basically. Just added as an extra reward how they said they're gonna do it. We're gonna add new extra rewards. They actually replaced old rewards with this. So when you're opening a Hydra chest, you have a chance of dropping one of the older items. Either is a gear item, either is the clan gold, either is the XP, which is so freaking dumb because I'm getting XP at a max level clan. That XP goes nowhere. Why not just take the XP and always give Mortal Stones to people that don't need it anymore? And just give it as an extra thing. Don't take anything away, because that's not extra rewards. Basically, it's replacing rewards. I'm not sure if in the future, the new Hydra difficulty will include the Immortal Soul Stones, but by the looks of it, we're so far off from getting an Eternal Soul Stones, okay? We're gonna have to do a lot of work to be able to get one, and just farming the actual dungeon is not that amazing. But you know what, guys? We're gonna talk about all this later on. Probably I'm gonna do a video dedicated to it to kind of like give you my take on the whole system, explain you what are kind of like the best choices for you to do when we're talking about the market, the Soul Merchant, and kind of like all the things that are happening here, because are quite a few things happening, you know. So stay tuned on Twitch TV for that. Now we have the Fusion, the mighty Ukko. Very, very solid champion. So one thing that was a bit harder to see when I've done the video on it was the passive, right? So this requires accuracy, it's pretty clear. But then we couldn't really see how exactly was working. Was it just picking one random enemy and trying to steal a buff from that? Or was picking all the enemies and trying to steal a random buff from each one of them? So that's kind of like what was happening. Basically, this passive works in the following way. We have 4 opponents. We're gonna pick one random buff from each one of those opponents, and we're gonna have a 50% chance to steal that buff. One buff from each of the opponents, not multiple buffs or anything like that. So that makes it pretty balanced, okay? If you're gonna try to steal every single buff, it might be a bit too crazy and it's kind of gonna break the game a bit. So all around is still a very powerful thing. Speed aura, For Hydra, I feel like it's gonna be the #1 champion to bring in the fight, you know. I'm definitely gonna do a video on that today. Now, we have the Fusion Plan release, guys. It's just here. As usual, we're gonna have 155 fragments. Tournaments give 55, tournament leaderboards give 40, events give 60. So if we're scrapping off the tournament leaderboards, we're gonna get 115 fragments. So that allows us to skip the champion chase tournament. We're not gonna need to get 15 fragments from there. So we're gonna be able to just do the Summer Rush, which is actually active today. So we have a Summer Rush going on with the 10x. Next weekend, if I'm not mistaken, we might have 2x Sacreds. Don't hold your breath on that, because I kind of lost the track of the events, but I think that's what's gonna happen. So Summer Rush, here we are. You need 7 Sacreds, okay? If you have 7 Sacreds, you're gonna get the 20 fragments from here. They added a Mortal Stone, they added coins to purchase another Mortal Stone. Basically, you can skip one summoning event without a problem if you are doing the Summon Rush. So if you have 7 Sacreds, you know you're gonna need a lot of Ancients, you're gonna need quite a few Void Shards in order to be able to collect all the fragments. And I honestly suggest you to do this if you have the shards, because it's a lot of RNG in the champion chase, plus you're getting 5 less fragments than you're getting here. And you could try to get to 2,150 points, but then you're so close to getting 15 fragments, which will be in the champion chase tournament at probably 4k points, you know? So you're gonna have to go all the way there again. You're opening a Sacred on a champion chase, you only get 250 points for an epic, while here, it doesn't matter what champion you're summoning. You're getting 500 flat points for a Sacred Shard. Much better to do the Summon Rush, guys. Just pointing it out there. So basically, we can skip that. We have the Ice Golem tournament, Classic Arena Takedown, the Fire Knight tournament. We have the dates all the way up here. So Friday the 9th, we have the Ice Golem, the Summon Rush, and the Dungeon Divers events. Most probably we have the super raids enabled for the dungeons, guys. Whenever we have fusions, they're usually enabling that. So you're going to be able to kind of like shoot 3 birds with 1 stone. Start doing the Ice Golem. I feel like every tournament will require around 2,000, 2,100 energy to get a 5 fragments. So you're going to need around 8,000 plus energy to complete the Ice Golem, Fire Knight, Spider, and the Dragon tournament and collect the 20 fragments, okay? Kind of like look at the pointing system. Let's see if the Ice Golem is about to start or anything like that. Maybe it started already. So Spider tournament, that's ending. Ice Golem starts in 1 hour. Just as an idea, let's have a quick look here. 2,100 points to get the chicken. Think about it in the next way. 1 energy equals 1 point more or less. Almost there, okay? It's not 100% there, but it's almost there. So just as an idea, as an approximation, you're gonna need around 2,100 energy at a minimum to get the 5 fragments for each one of the dungeon tournaments. Then, of course, you have the Classic Arena Takedown 1, which starts on a Sunday. And then we have another one starting on Saturday, September the 17th, together with the Spider tournament. And we have the Artifact Enhancement. We have a Champion Training tournament starting on Tuesday, September the 20th, and the Dragon tournament on the 21st. Those are all the tournaments. If you are winning a few of them on the leaderboard and you're getting the 5 fragments from there, that's pretty good. You're gonna be able to skip some other stuff. The whole idea behind it is don't count on it. You don't know what sort of whales, krakens you have in your bracket, and that might cost you the fusion. You don't want to miss on this fusion, so definitely be very careful, be very calculated with all your resources, the way you're using them. Dungeon Divers event, always farm your dungeons while they're on. You see, we have it active from today all the way to Tuesday, September the 13th. So you're gonna catch 1 day of the Fire Knight tournament on Tuesday. Try to farm a bit when it starts. They might actually start right after that's ending. It's not 100% sure. Maybe you're going to have a 1 hour, a 2 hour gap. Try to kind of like try and match it a bit. If it's possible, it might not be. We really need to see the timing for those. Artifact Enhancement, don't waste silver, don't level up your gear till you get to these events because they're very costly, okay? Depending on how many points we gotta reach, I'm gonna say this kind of like from my free-to-play experience. I feel like every time I needed lots of silver, probably around 10 million silver to get to all the fragments from it. It really depends how far up they put them on the milestone board there, but you're gonna need quite a few millions to be able to complete them, so definitely make sure you are saving, because every little helps. Champion training event again, and the champion training tournament, you're gonna need quite a bit of energy to level up champions here. The good part about the Dragon tournament is that the champion training tournament goes on at the same time. You might be able to solo the Dragon dungeon or something like that and kind of like farm some XP while you're doing that. It's not gonna give you a lot, but it's gonna save you a bit of energy. You're gonna do the Dungeon Divers event at the same time. So again, 2 artifact enhancements. This is kind of like very standard thing. We have 3 different Dungeon Divers event, and you cannot skip any of them if you wanna get a fusion, unless you are winning some tournaments. The Ice Golem tournament is a bit easier to win because not a lot of people are going all in to farm that, but I feel like a lot of people are thinking the same. You know what, I'm gonna snipe the first place in there. And a lot of you guys will be in the same sort of competition. The arena takedown are kind of like okayish. They're not too crazy. Not many people are going ham on those. But for the rest of them, it's going to be more intensive, especially for the champion chase tournament, for the champion training tournament, where you're actually going to have to bring in a lot of resources. Training a lot of champions will cost you quite a bit of energy in order to complete, especially the champion training one, which is going to probably go all the way up to like 9k points, 8k points to get all the 15 fragments. But this is the fragment event calendar, guys. As a free-to-play, you really got to save, I would say, at least 25k energy at a minimum. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably you're going to need a bit more than that, but I'm saying it at a minimum 25k to complete the dungeons, the champion training events, and the tournaments. You're going to need around 7 sacreds to get the Summon Rush event, which is much better than the Champion Chase. You can mix and match, but how I mentioned, I would only probably suggest you to do that if you have a lot of Fragment Fusion saved up or anything like that in your portal there. Tons of silver, probably 15 to 20 million silver minimum in order to complete it. That's pretty much everything that you need to put your hand on Mighty Ukko. So if you saved your resources up for the last few weeks, you shouldn't really have a problem in completing this fusion. If you're new to the game, then yeah, it might be a bit harder for you to be able to save so many resources and stuff. But that was all for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below, are you going for the fusion? You're not going for the fusion? Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next video. Peace.